In time. Miller on Sports coverage this week is brought to you by the law offices of Ron Scholes, City Hall Pub, and Snyder Heating and Air. I'm down here at the Media Center. A special guest right next to me, a good family friend, Jim Fuller, this year's tournament chairman. And Jim, thanks for making some time for us today.
Well, you're welcome. We're having a great time out here. Volunteers are doing a great job. We've got about 2,000 volunteers that help run this tournament. We give a lot back to charity, and looks like it's going to be a good event, good weather. The course is the best I've seen it in 12 years. They've done a great job.
Well, Jim, really the story of the day is Tiger Woods withdrawing. Did anybody see this, or was this expected because he came in with the left Achilles injury, the left knee injury? Is it a disappointment to see so early on a Thursday, the first round of this tournament?
I think it is disappointing. He's had problems with his knee, and so I'm not sure exactly what happened this morning. He did not play very good on the front nine that he started. So he did withdraw, and but he's a big draw for fans, and we like for Tiger to play here. Of course, last year he did the same thing had some injuries and pulled out early also. But he is a big draw, but we've got a lot of good players. I mean, there's some young kids that are coming along that are playing excellent golf, and I think we're gonna be packed out here the next couple of days.
And you were telling me earlier that you had a few favorites, and they're doing quite well so far. Can you name those for us?
Well, just a few. Luke McDonald and Roy Sabatini. I've picked them. I think they'll do pretty well. We have a couple of the vice chairman and I. We kind of picked just to see who would win, and they're not doing too bad. I'm not winning right now, but the game's not over.
And we see already day one, Nick Watney, he's on the top of the leaderboard at 8 under. Lucas Glover, the bearded one, right behind him at 7 under. Are these high scores? Are these low scores? Are these pretty impressive day one? And how overall is the course looking the first couple days?
Well, I think the course is looking wonderful. I think they're pretty high scores. I think they're, if it keeps going like this, we'll have a pretty good round. And the guys that are started out early, the wind wasn't up when it first started out this morning. So you'll see those. You have to wait till the afternoon to see what the afternoon guys are bringing in, what kind of scores if the wind picks up.
And I know reading the weather forecast, and I didn't go to Mississippi State. I'm not a meteorologist, but I was looking at the forecast for Saturday and Sunday. It's 40% chance of storms. Is there any worry right now, or is there any plan to kind of make it work for Sunday if it does rain and you have to delay or move it to Monday?
Well, we're not going to do that because I'm the chairman where it's not going to rain. So we're hopeful. We have some contingencies. We always have that if we have rain, but it stays light a little bit longer now in May, and so if we have a couple hours delay, we can still finish on Sunday. And but we don't have to worry about that. We don't mention the R word around here too much. So the way we look at it right now, weather's good, grass is growing, and they're playing good golf.
And it is beautiful weather indeed. And I wanted to ask you also because I walked to 18, I went to 10, and I watched a few pairings there tee off right before the show, the 1236 group and the group after that. And I was wondering, I saw so many volunteers with these ribbons. I saw a few orange ribbons, a few red ribbons. What do those represent this week?
Well, the orange ribbon is for the MS. It's MS Day out here at the Players, and we put they do the bike rides and everything. So out at one of our entrances, we have some bike racks and encouraging people to ride their bikes out here. And the MS people were bringing handing out the orange ribbons. Now you'll see a lot of people with orange shirts on, and they're the people that ride for the MS. And so it's MS Day out here at the Players.
And also, for you, this has got to be a fun week because last week I talked to the Darlington track president, Chris Browning, and talked about how much hard work and dedication goes throughout the year, 365 days out of the year. But when it comes tournament time, you've got the race and everything, you're getting excited. Is that the feeling for you that now it's really the time to shine, and now it's all fun, it's all downhill from here?
Well, we've planned for a year, and I've got some great people that work with me. And Curtis Hazel's going to come on next. He's my first vice chairman. Has done a great job. And for me, this next couple of days is just thanking all the volunteers and everybody. They volunteer out here. We've got people 45 years, 30 years. And so people take their vacations to come out here, and it costs to volunteer. You have to pay. You have to buy your ticket, buy your shirt. And everybody's a big, happy family out here. I'm trying to get around to see everybody and thank them for volunteering, because with their effort in volunteering, we're able to give more money back to charity. So, and that's what it's all about with the PGA Tour and the Players Championship, is giving back to charities, and it all stays in this 5-county area.
We're talking to Jim Fuller, tournament chairman right here at the Players Championship. I'm down here at the Media Center having a lot of fun. Some people call it work, and I guess I call it fun. Miller on Sports down here as well tomorrow afternoon. Coming up, we'll have Curtis Hazel, the first vice chairman. And Jim, also, I wanted to ask you, because earlier in the week, there's been some talk, and I brought it up on my radio program, how there had been, a decline or a decrease in this talk of the Players being a fifth major. What are your thoughts on the Players possibly becoming a fifth major, or that talk kind of subsiding for a while?
Well, I don't know I don't think it's subsiding. I think the Players is the fifth major, and if you ask anybody out here playing on the course, they will say they want to win this. They want to win this tournament. So the grounds crew, they're working real hard. They brought in about 50 people from around the world to work on this course, to get it in the shape that it's in. And the reason they did that is so it could become the fifth major. I think eventually it will. If you ask any player out here, they want to play in this thing and they want to win it.
And also, I was wondering, too, I walked over to 18 and hung out there for a while. It's one of my favorite holes. I just love 16, 17, and 18. Most think it's the hardest three-hole stretch to finish any course. But with 18, you don't have the stadium seating anymore. Are you expecting a better turnout? I did see the blue fold-up chairs and everybody having a good time, but what was the purpose behind that?
The purpose behind that was the camera shot from 18 tee box. When you have empty bleachers, you don't see, and you didn't see the clubhouse as well. So they wanted to take the bleachers down, put the chairs there. Actually, for people that are coming in here, you can take one of those chairs home with you. So write your name on it, come back at the end of the day, you can take the chair home. We're going to give away about 200 chairs a day. So just come there. You can sit down there. You can sit there and leave the chair all day and then come back and pick it up. But it's a great shot from 18 tee box now back to the green, back up to the clubhouse, and the bleachers aren't there, and it's just a cleaner shot.
And now, Jim, I know you're the tournament chairman, but you have to have a favorite hole out on this course. Can you share that with our listeners today?
Well, I think everybody likes 17. 17 is always a challenge, and sometimes I hit in the water, and sometimes you don't. So I like 17. It's a lot of fun, and especially when the wind's blowing about 20 knots left or right, it's a great shot.
And now, Jim, do you hit it in the water?
I have hit many in the water. I will tell you that one time I did put 9 in the water before I finally got on the green. I have birdied it before, and I've parred it, but sometimes it just happens.
Well, Jim, that's why golf is such a great sport, because it's much like fishing. Unless there's an actual photo, you can just fib. That's what we call it in golf.
Well, I don't know about fibbing in golf. You're supposed to teach character, and we wouldn't want to fib in golf,
Oh, that's so true. Jim Fuller joining us, the tournament chairman. Jim, it was a pleasure, and we'll be talking very soon.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, Jim Fuller right here on Miller on Sports. Coming up, we're going to have Curtis Hazel. He's the first vice chairman. And when you look at the leaderboard today, the first day at Thursday, my favorite day, still Nick Watney. He's up there at 8 under. Very, very impressive, shooting a 64. Just really solid. He's finished his round. So is Lucas Glover, Martin Keimer, and as well Rory Sabatini. They're all up there in the top 3. But you've got a lot of good players up at the top of the leaderboard. And everybody that I've heard, the majority, they're saying Luke Donald. He's at 3 under, a bogey-free round, playing consistently. But that's sometimes what you have to do with the Players' Championship right here at the stadium course. Because a lot of people will say it's fair, but hard. That's usually the 3 words that they describe this course, this tournament. The Players' Championship. Having a lot of fun down here at the Media Center. More of Miller on Sports. We'll be joined by Curtis Hazel in just a few minutes. The first vice chairman for this tournament, Curtis Hazel, on Talk Radio 600 WBOB. Coverage this week brought to you by the law offices of Ron Scholes, City Hall Pub, and Snyder Heating and Air. More of the show when we come back.